Welcome, my fellow citizens. Today we are gonna go in a Star Citizen 4.7 and we're gonna test Idris P with the Exodus 10 laser beam. I want to see how much time is needed for this ship to kill a small ship like a Gladius and also the big ship like a Perseus. We're gonna go through them all. Now there's here interesting thing. This thing has 15,000 burst DPS, but alpha damage is 0. Either this is some kind of bug or the gun actually doesn't work in the PTU. So let's see if this is actually true and if the ship actually can shoot and if it is working. Let's have fun, citizens. Before we start, there's a few notable changes. Let's first take a look here, power. So the radar is now freakishly power hungry. I think this is really stupid that the radar uses as much as power as 2 shields and everything at the top. This is absolutely ridiculous. Or as engines, I think the radar should use half of this energy and that would be also too much. The laser cannot be fully powered as it was before. I can power it only to 60. Look at this. So I cannot have these are disabled. I don't know if I remove some weapons if that will change anything, but right now I can only fire 60. In alive, if I change weapons ballistic, I can go all the way to 200 or 300. So yeah, that's that. The laser should fire and it's firing, so okay. Alright, now we're gonna jump into Gladius and see if it works. I'm gonna shoot from 1000 meters because this gun is made to shoot from 5 kilometers. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was fast. So the gun works, it's fixed and it was very fast. What's that over there? That was just debris. Okay, nice. Maybe the gun is actually fixed. Because in live, sometimes I can shoot the Gladius for 2-3 seconds and nothing happens. But here, it exploded immediately. Alright, let's switch to the next ship. Test number 2, Mirai Guardian, 1 kilometer. Let's target it, shoot. That was easy. Wow. This is how this gun actually should work, but sadly, a lot of times in the game doesn't work like this. Alright, let's bring the Perseus and see that. Now we have a Perseus. Zoom in. Let's commence fire in 3, 2, 1. I have to tell you, every ship has full shields on. So it's not just armor, it's also shield and armor. And here we need some time to actually kill the Perseus. Okay, there's some popping up happening. We are drilling. Yeah, this is how it should be. It's not easy to kill the Perseus, even with this. Bear in mind, I'm not shooting at the place where the power plant is. I want to see if the ship can explode without hitting the power plant. That is it. Wow. Nice, okay. I'm actually satisfied how the Idris gun works now. I think it's been fixed. If this stays in live, yeah, it has full DPS as it should be. Let's try now to damage the Idris. Let's see how much damage we can do to the Idris. It will be fun. Alright, here we are now in Gladius and let's see if we can do some damage. So, this is our huge Idris. First, let's shoot like this. Nope, nothing. Let's see if we can damage the gun. Oh yes! Uh-oh, this is really bad. So, the entire ship is armored, but the gun who looks also armored as hell. We can damage. Look at this. Let's see how much time I need to destroy this. Oh, I'm actually damaging it. This is bad. This thing has a lot of DPS, but still, it should not be possible to hit it with the Gladius. Of course, you have to go first to the shield of the Idris, which is now double. But still, I don't like that we can destroy the gun with this little thing. Actually, the ballistic gun doesn't do damage. Look at this. Nothing. But these are doing repeaters. That's really strange. Okay, we know that. So the armor we cannot damage. Nothing. Engines outside. Nothing. But here, this part we can damage, I think. Yes. Oh, actually, Idris has a really good armored engine, so it's hard to pick them up. I think we have to go on the back of the ship to try it. Here. Yep, I have a hit marker. And here on the side. Oh yeah. Nothing. Nothing. But repeaters. What's happening now? Sometimes I have damage, sometimes not. Okay, here. So this part we can shoot. And let's say the PDCs. The PDCs should be now very easy to take down. I think it's done. Yep, very easy. There's one more there. Well, it's actually not that easy. That one is still alive. Let's try this one. Yeah, you have to be like really precise to hit these guns. Okay, it's down. And the turrets now. Can I do the damage to the turret? Oh no, they armored the turrets. Before you could damage the turrets easily, but it seems that they are now armored. Interesting change. Yeah, I like this. The turrets should be armored, but the gun still needs to be armored in my opinion. Look at this. Why am I able to shoot it with this? If I shoot at the front where he's shooting, okay, there you can be able to damage it, but you have to go in front of the Idris. But here, I don't like it whatsoever. But for the turrets, it's a good change. With the Gladius, I cannot damage this. Alright, let's pick up Guardian and see what we can do with the Guardian guns. Here we are in Mirai Guardian, M78 cannons. Immediately go through the shield, no problem. Yes. Armor, well, the shield is off, but I want to say armor. Immediately we're going through the armor. We can damage the entire ship, even the big laser gun. The turret easily. Yep, we are melting the turret. And very easily I have to take. I think the turret has to be a little bit more buffed. Look at this. That's it. Few shots and the turret is down. I don't like this whatsoever. The turret should be tougher. Yep. Very easy to get the turrets down. And of course with this you can also shoot the engines down. But I think you need a little bit more shooting here. They are really tough and armored too. So you have to break the armor and then HP of the engine will be going down. Yeah, turrets are bad. Very easy to get them down. I think CIG has to buff them a little bit. It's a good change that they now made them armored as rest of the ship. But yeah, problem. Yeah, I could shoot all day. Never mind. Let's switch to the Perseus. Alright, here we are now in the Perseus, and we're gonna see how much damage can do the Medusa cannons. Also, it has a size 3 guns on it, so we can see if they can damage some parts after we destroy with the Medusa cannons. So if we break an armor, we'll be able to do damage with the smaller. Start shooting here.
Check fire. Check fire.
Okay, I think we broke the armor here.
Check fire.
Let me switch to small guns. Well, still cannot do any damage here. Okay, back to Medusa.
Check fire.
For a few more shots.
Check fire. Check fire.
Damn, look at the hole on Idris.
Check fire.
Okay, let's try the small guns now. Oh yes, we broke the armor. So let's see if with this armor is broke everywhere. Yep, this part is completely broken. Everywhere. Oh, this is bad. I don't like this. So the armor is actually not a metal armor. This armor is actually imagined. So it's like force field, it's like shield. And once you get it down, you can damage the ship anywhere, even on the antenna. Look at that. I mean, I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. I really thought that the armor is actually on one part of the ship. For example, this part here. If I break it here, I can destroy it with small guns. But since I'm not broken here, I should not do any damage with the small guns. But actually, I can do it very easily. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see how much shooting with the small guns is needed to destroy one turret. One overheating. Done. So, not that much shooting. I think the turrets definitely have to be stronger. I'm also really happy that they've included now the turrets in the armor, but I don't like that the armor is some kind of imaginary force field, and once you break it you can do whatever you like to the ship. All you have to do now is to bring one of these big ships like Perseus and 20 small fighters, and you will have exactly the same problem that I already talked on a Star Citizen video, where I was swarmed with 20 small ships and I couldn't do damage to single one of them. And yeah, it's despawned. Overall, I'm happy how the armor looks. I'm happy that the armor is implemented a little bit better, but still they have to do a lot here, especially now that the armor is not actually an armor but some kind of imaginary force field. I hope that the CIG in future puts the armor at the parts of ship, at least front part, back part, and I don't know, up and down, so it has a proper armor on the ship, not just one imaginary force field. And if I shoot in the top of the ship with the Perseus, I damage the armor and then I can destroy wherever I want. It's just not possible. So I know that there is a lot of work to do, and this is a step in the right direction, and I'm looking forward to the future patches and to see what kind of implementations of armor will be in the future. Thank you for watching my videos. If you like them, don't hesitate to subscribe, like and share. Until next video, have fun out there.